A tale never told until now. The secret truth about Aries.
I ride the night skies in my chariot, searching for him. Despite that Nyx holds sway, and Selene has not yet risen, my way is shown clearly. I follow the path of destruction. I follow the fires and screaming. A trail of villages put to the sword, their homes put to the torch. Their inhabitants scattered or slaughtered, the dead left where they fell. None have survived or yet returned to give them their funeral rites, to put the world aright again. So many dead, so much cruelty. It is like a tsunami of rage has washed over these places and left all structures standing, taking only life and love and laughter. With my divine power, I hear the sobbing in the dark around these places. I hear the laments from those who huddle, shuddering, praying for an end to the carnage. And I will answer the call. Someone must stop him. I am on the right track. I can see as well as any hawk, any owl, and I recoil as I witness the plain carpeted in the dead. Miles of open fields where men lay in the dust, some twitch, but most have already been ministered to by Hermes, their shades escorted to Hades. The detritus of his trade, the mortals used up in a battle of no small significance, with no meagre tally. There, sat around a bonfire, he and his ilk feast where the sword work was most vicious, amidst the highest mounds of dead. I circle in the skies, letting them know of my advent. I warn them so I do not have to administer a beating to any of his entourage who might startle at my arrival. Yet I have never witnessed them in one congregation. His court feels so much like that of his father. It is expansive. His twin sons Phobos and Deimos, fear and terror, Enyo, goddess of bloodshed, and Aries, goddess of strife, Alala, goddess of the war cry, Kidimos, the din of battle, Hismenai, god of manslaughter, Makai, god of battle, Polemos, the spirit of war. He, Aries, glances up and waves them all away. They retreat to give us space, but are never far from their lord. I had best watch my back. I bring my chariot down and land near him, but not too close. I alight from its back and walk to him, stepping over the dead carefully. I am fully adorned. My armor and helm, shield and spear all shine in the night, my panoply of war marking my willingness to fight, if he forces the issue. One can never ever tell what mood moves him, and one cannot predict a hurricane. He is the personification of it, tempestuous force, the power of destruction. And through it all, he does not watch me. He merely sits on a throne that recently belonged to a minor potentate only hours before, wiping the blood from his blade. Then, taking a whetstone to it to restore the deadly edge. A crown lays in the mud before his feet, and past that, the body of said petty princeling, His black armor does not reflect the firelight, but absorbs it. It is huge, defined, every whipcord muscle stronger than steel. He draws the whetstone along the edge of the blade, methodically, carefully, rhythmically, steadily. To any but I or Father, it would be menacing. Perhaps Hades also. But to any other, it would rob of their virtue, bring knees to knocking and fluids to pass unbidden. He is striking, even in his helm. A dark visage to match the lump of coal that must reside within his breast. I halt 10 paces from his newly acquired throne. I wait, but he does not acknowledge my presence. So, I begin it. I would speak with you, brother. He does not look at me, does not stop his fiddling as he responds.
What would it achieve?
I would break the cycle.
Then you waste your time, and mine.
If we stay on this path, someday one of us will slay the other.
And you believe it would be thee who slays me?
So many times have I brought you low, little brother. What makes you believe that it will not repeat, should we be fierce and final? Still, he sharpens, never once looking up at me.
Sister, you're blinded by your own wit.
I see more than you ever will, little brother. I cannot see his face beneath his helm, but I can tell he sneers as he spits.
You do not. You merely think more. Surround yourselves with concept and conjecture, scrolls and sermons, and you persuade yourself and others that you are superior. Yet, you never allow yourself to see.
I fall into his trap. I lose my calm and respond in kind. I see a blight, a raging boy, a terror who lashes out without control or clemency, never restraint. As my brother, I love thee, but you are a brute.
Then go on with yourself. Believe what you wish. I care not.
But I still do, brother. I would cool your fiery heart. I would heal you. I would know you before it is too late.
You will gain no peace from my answers, sister.
One day, he will task me to bring you down. At last, he stops and slowly looks to me.
I ride my chariots where I will, my sons and daughters in tow. We seed contention in every corner of the world. We ride into battles we cause and fight our fill. Yet still, we serve the same king. Are you ready to know why he permits it?
I deserve to know.
Nobody deserves anything, sister. The world is as it should be, needs to be.
For once, you speak in riddles. Why now, brother?
The tactician tucks tail.
No, we have never spoken thus.
I am not petulant Poseidon. I am war.
I take one step forward as I retort, we are war.
No, you are civilized, the refined concept, the ways that humanity used to connive, that it is not as base as any other creature. You are akin to Nike, victory. I am war.
I pre-exist thee, brother.
Aye, but born of the one, not the two. In my veins runs the blood of our father and my mother.
Yet you are a disappointment to both. He stops. Why did I rise to his taunts? Have I gone too far? But he speaks again.
You know I do not care, sister. If you are so certain of yourself, so certain of my merit or lack thereof, why are you here?
I cannot make that mistake again. If I am to avert our fate, I must reach him. Call it a duel of another altitude, a different order. I would hear thee, if you would then listen to reason. I cannot see his eyes, but the white of his teeth flashes. He smirks beneath his high helm.
You wish to stand judgment over me? Entertaining. It will not be the first time, if you recall, but I reject your position, sister. If this is to be done, let you rush in for once. Cast thy barbs, hold up thy mirror, be about it. And when you have said all, accused all, I shall then give my retort, and I guarantee you will not enjoy it.
I thank you for giving me the opportunity, little brother. I shall strike you with words as hard as iron, as sharp as steel. But know that I do this out of love. We must be candid, must hold nothing back. Can you promise me you will contain thy fire until all is said and done? He ceases sliding his whetstone across the blade and places it on the arm of his so recently claimed throne. He stands and sheaths his blade in its scabbard and curtly nods. One last request, brother. I said I wished to know you. I would look into your eyes while we converse. His shoulders twitch as he contains laughter, but nods again. He slowly, meticulously reaches up his hands and lifts the helm from his head, lowering it to finally rest under his left arm. I see him again. It has been so long since I've looked upon his unarmoured face. His lustrous ebony locks cascade down his shoulders. His face is sculpted, a thing of perfect symmetry. His nose is regal, his lips fulsome and furtive, as if they kept secrets from the beginning of time. A jawline chiselled from stone. In every way he is masculine yet beautiful. But it is his eyes, lakes of dark water with tempest, hurricane and firestorm, all blended together to invite, entice, and warn. Within those orbs is passion unquenchable, not just hate and unbridled aggression. There is every spectrum of the heart reflected in those dark lakes. I had never noticed it before, never wanted to. The glint is there, that same one our father, Zeus, has in abundance. A mix between amusement, seduction, derision and lust. I can see why mortals and goddesses of the court adore him as much as they fear him. Has he changed since last we met? Or do I now look with better eyes? Give him my full attention, where before I underestimated and ignored him. With his countenance, there is the promise of a depth I had never expected. But I am wisdom's daughter as much as a child of Zeus. The man should never be judged by his bearing, but by his actions. Let us explore those first, his actions. So, I begin. My first point shall be to discuss your effect on this world. All above in Olympus are untouched by your antics, yet even so, You cause such ramifications that even the gods watch on with disdain and derision. You ply your trade amongst the mortals, using your godly gifts and those of your children and attendants. You sow seeds of discontent and anguish, give rise to ill humours between brothers and allies alike. You bring discord and disorder to feed the hearts of man on the darkest, meanest gruel. You twist them into things of hate and spite, and set one against the other until there is such anger that battle cannot be avoided or denied. From the 4 cardinal points of this world, you unmake alliances and beat the drum of war upon the hearts of mortals. And then, when the passions you foisted on them overflow, you push blades into their palms, lead their smiths to forge armour and spears, swords and mauls. You make men lie and cheat and steal. You make them fall upon one another for naught but your own amusement. You are undeniably a butcher whose coin is paid in endless slaughter. You lay low empires, break cities across your knees, slaying bloodlines without end. You set brother against brother. I could never understand. Where I protect, you destroy. What do you gain from this, brother? Though we be gods of war, you will never see me initiate one. Never sow seeds that reap sorrow so tragic and all-consuming. You are a blight on Gaia and all who dwell upon her. What say you to this accusation? Through it all, he has looked on impassive, almost bored. I started with the obvious, and he is unsurprised and uninterested. Too much so. Not one of my accusations gained even a fidget or twitch. He has heard this all before from others. From our father Zeus, even from she who dotes on him, Hera, when her hackles are up. But he now nods solemnly. His jaw muscles twitch minutely. He is actually considering my question. He blinks languidly, then answers me.
Ah, my half-sister, you're a dilettante of the court. You spend so much time in the skies looking down that you do not see the details that matter. I permit your kind to be useful. I do what is required. Would you have the creations of Prometheus and Epimetheus rampage without restraint? Would you see them cover the entire face of Gaia? Where then would be the wild in which the satyrs and nymphs dwell? Where would be the dark places that permit monsters to be born and grow? Would you have the world as one ever-expanding polis of the people you had a hand in making? They breed without restraint, bustle across the lands, change the very face of Gaia. Your kind are squeamish about the methods I employ, but gain mightily from me and mine. Where is the need for faith and supplication, if there is nothing in the darkness to threaten man? Where is the need for harmonia and clemency, without war to bring its need to the fore? Where is the need for building and repair, defence and defiance, without the fires that burn, the war that wastes, the hurricane that shatters the status quo? All of you gain from my actions, yet none of you can see it. You exist to capitalize on that which I do. Your mortal mimics your humans, would not even deign to raise peons to the gods, if it were not for the things such as me. The threat, the thunder, the wolf in the night. Because of me and mine, you are important. Without us, you are naught but a fireside tale for children.
He sneers at me with every word, yet I let him finish. He holds back, I know this, but his sally is more than I had anticipated coming from the god of slaughter. His eyes dance as he speaks, as if he has considered every question, every accusation, before ever it is thrown. I had thought him a mindless brute. Was I wrong? I riposte. You terrorize the mortals, bring out the worst in them, prevent them from making an Elysium of the world. He snorts and fires back.
And what point is there in the first Elysium, in Hades' realm, if the mortals can make it a reality in life? A wonder to be maintained. There should be things they do not know. We must keep them down, or, if left unmolested, they may well surpass us.
It is my turn to snort in derision. I do not see how that could ever come to pass.
Because you spend all your time amidst the clouds. There you hide from the truth. You do not know them as I do.
So, you create chaos amongst the mortals out of fear? He closes his eyes and shakes his head. He then pins me with his intense stare.
Laughable that a goddess proclaimed to be patron of strategy would willfully blind herself to the threats she finds unpalatable to admit. I do not fear the mortals, but I do not take them as lightly as you obviously do. For I have seen their darkness, would be unable to whip it up if it were not already so much a part of their very core. Since the Titans, we have not truly created. We all tinker and nudge, but few amongst our number can claim to have the Promethean fire within us. Why else do you think Zeus tasked the making of the mortals and beasts to Prometheus and his twin, if he could do it himself?
Do not think to lecture me on their making. I was there with Epimetheus and Prometheus when they toiled at this deed.
Aye, you were first in line to punish them when they rebelled against our father. Was it not you who stated that man had no claws, nor teeth, nor horns, nor tusks to defend itself? Was it not you who coaxed Prometheus into granting them fire?
You were not yet born! Do not speak of that to which you were not privy! He smiles. It is a mirthless thing. He crows over my second slip. He is getting under my skin, forcing fury to cause me to appear the hypocrite. I came here to know him, to deal with him, to quench his fires. Yet here, he stokes my own. I must regain control. I must show mastery over base passions. Fire was meant to be their shield, not a weapon of destruction. As you say, we were not to know the hunger of humanity, its need to dominate.
And yet you deign to chide me on how I deal with them. You who had a hand in their creation proclaim you had no idea what would come of your potter's clay? Then perhaps you should put down your titles. For a total lack of insight is hardly worthy of the daughter of wisdom. No? If this is your only essay against me, perhaps you should return to your chariot right now, sister.
Brother, the night and my sallies are still young. No matter how unpleasant you attempt to make this discourse, I will not shrink from it. I ask you not to evade it either.
Then be about it. Your next barb. Let us hope it has more of a point.
You break the laws of man and beast, god and goddess. It is why you were placed on trial in the hills of Areopagus. The infamy of being the first god to require a trial. He snorts.
You were there, dear sister. so I do not see why you even raised the matter. As agreed in that farce, one cannot be tried for the same perceived transgression twice. Yet I shall answer thee. You leave out the part where I was also the very first being to be acquitted. My actions were equal to the wrong done to my daughter. Poseidon's boy, Areopagus, forced himself on my daughter Alcippe. He paid the price for it. I slew him where he stood, and I was found to be in the right of the matter. Or so most would believe. The first trial was naught more than a mummer's farce, for the truest target was not even the accused.
A bold statement. Explain yourself, little brother. His eyebrows spring up in genuine surprise. Perhaps I have struck a blow that will make him pause, make him think.
You did not understand the nature of the trial?
He slowly shakes his head, but not in mirth or derision. I feel my hackles rising again as he is talking down to me.
It was not I who was on trial, but Poseidon's boy. By extension, Poseidon himself. For he has ever been a nasty man, a coward who takes from those who cannot resist him. Zeus put Poseidon on trial, and I was his brother's threat and warning. I slew Poseidon's son, Areopagus, as I would any who accosted my daughters. I was cleared of this crime in short order, by unanimous vote of the judges, if you recall. But by doing this, Zeus let it be known that I acted righteously. The Poseidon is a petulant bully. Our father, the king, let it be known that birth, status, or power alone did not equate to righteousness in all acts. The threat was clear and pointed right at the breast of the Lord of the Seas. Use force, and force shall be used against thee.
You think yourself the equal of Poseidon?
Nay, I think myself his superior. Oh, his realm is mighty, but he is naught but a coward. Should I be forced to take him to task, he would submerge back into his waters and linger there until the end of times.
Braggart.
Nay, a statement of fact. Poseidon is an idiot. I would goad him until he came at me. Then I would destroy him. I am war.
Yet it is rich indeed to claim that you are the defender of virtues, or that you have not taken from others weaker than you. What of the husband you so besmirched? What of Hephaestus? He is no equal to you in the arts of war, yet you have taken from him his very spouse. Nor is this the first time. Probably not the last. How many children have you fathered on the wives of others?
The chaste one speaks of that which she has no knowledge. Sister, those who do not imbibe should not comment on the quality of a wine. Yet, again, I shall answer thee.
He looks me deep in the eye and flashes a smile so sultry that I understand his allures. Conspiratorially, he whispers his response as he walks around me, looking me up and down like a wolf its dinner. Yet, I cannot help it. He is so close. I can smell him, feel the power of his form, the lust exuding from his every pore.
You cannot take that which was never owned. I am not Poseidon or his ilk. I take nothing. I conquer hearts, not just bodies. I woo without restraint. I love without limit. I had the courage to gain the heart of the goddess of love. I did not take from Hephaestus. I gave myself to Aphrodite, and so she gave herself to me. Body and soul, my lovers are mine, for I am theirs. I am their lord, and they are my lady. So we enjoy every moment of our offspring's making. Others can sneer, cautious of their wives who watch them like hawks. But all the gods would trade places with me in a heartbeat. So, sister, if you know of a single mortal or goddess who claims I have bedded them against their will, state their name right now.
I cannot. He is right. Despite all he has done on the face of Gaia, this is one accusation of which he, Aries, is proof. He is right. Not once. How is he right? I step away from him. He gives a self-satisfied smile. Even now, it is not threatening, but deriding. He knows why I stepped from him. He knows. I needed distance.
I am my father's son. As you well know, I am sire to many. Not one have I disavowed, hidden or treated meanly, as you can see.
He spans his hands, indicating his many attendants, no few of which have his blood in their veins.
I am a bountiful father, unlike some. As a son of Poseidon discovered, I look after my own. None are as audacious or wrathful in their vengeance of a slight or cruelty given to mine. Those who dwell on Olympus can deride me all they wish, titter to their heart's content. But we both know the truth. I am more man than any of them, a better father than any. I breed an army for when I need it. And one day...
What? You will be father to all.
Aye, sister. Should our father fail or falter, then I will be ready.
Yet, when Zeus was abed, chained by Hera, you did nothing. I expected you to be raucous in your pleas for leadership, for the crown. Yet Poseidon and Apollo outshone you then. Why so sullen in that time, little brother? Why so silent?
Because it was a nothing. My mother and father have spats. This was nothing to even record. It was a nothing. Nor would I banter or barb at court like the rest of the sycophants. Should Zeus ever become addled or unable, then I will take the throne.
Yet, you have revealed yourself. You require an army of minions to support your claim. You lack even the courage of the male twin. After the death of his son, even Apollo faced father, man on man.
And Apollo was beaten like a war drum. He tucked tail and licked the fingers of his master like a beaten cur.
Yet you would come at father mob-handed. Little brother, you have no honour.
Did Kronos duel Uranus? Or did he get his brothers to hold the king prone? Did Zeus match arms with Kronos alone? Or did Poseidon and mighty Hades not stand at his side? Honour? When I move, who will stop me? You, alone? Against me and all of my progeny? Your naivety is shocking for a goddess of tacticians. It is why you could never rule.
Your rule would be a catastrophe. A bloodbath.
Again, you do not think this through. I have never been spiteful nor cowardly. Should I don the cowl of kinship, I will absorb the traits it denotes. I would woo my court as I do my lovers, and conquer all through the art of my passion. You forget, War does not just inflict itself on the innocent, it also punishes the abhorrent, the coward, the butcher. You blame me for every tyrant, but should also thank me for their removal. I am balance. I weed out the weak and elevate the strong, and then your kind heal, but only on the grounds won by the bravery of my victors.
But not the reasonable, the measured, the wise.
Wisdom is a benefit of long life, which is a byproduct of victory. And fools cause more evil than tyrants. They pave the way, always. I weed them out, until they spring up again and hand your ordered world back into chaos. And then I defend again, by destruction. I am balance. I am the wheel that grinds, but also turns the very world and the heavens.
You are a tyrant, no less than our grandfather, only lesser in power and ability. You bring cruelty and strife wherever you step.
I am Aries. Existence is always a struggle, must always be so. I am the anvil upon which souls are shaped. I help them strive, survive, both the evil and the righteous. I am war.
I tire of reminding you I came first, yet even so, we are war!
Nay, you are not. Athena, you did indeed come first, but my father gave me his fire. The fire that led him to rebel against his father, the fire to resist Kronos himself. You are not even a true-born goddess, sired by a king, aye, yet it was your mother's power which made thee. Compared to me, you were the jewel in the pommel, the filigree on the chariot, the shine on the shield. I am the sword's edge. I am the chariot's horses. I am the rage that fires men. You are tactics and niceties. But what is wit without will? What is position without purpose? What is fire without its consuming heat? I am those things. You are nothing without me.
Again you speak in riddles. You connive like Hermes, drawl senselessly like Dionysus. You deflect and defray. Statement after statement that could never be put to the test. You have no respect above, none below. Olympus curses you. The mortals ignore you until you extort worship by bullying with bloodshed. You have so few honours, so few adherents to laud your name.
Quality over quantity, dear sister. I have the Spartans. What do you have? Athenians, Thebans, bah! Preening effete fops all. A Spartan is worth 10 Athenians, on the field and in worship. I am praised more fanatically than thee. Mine are the lions. Yours are but the lambs.
Again, I find I cannot contain myself. I must puncture his conceited posing. I bite back. If your Spartans are so mighty, why do they slaughter their helots, if not out of fear of them? He gives another wry smile.
All cats must catch mice before they can move on to a bigger quarry.
He sweeps his hand again, signalling his dramatic wish for me to hearken to his point.
I have auguries of my own, dear sister. And one day, an empire will rise and replace all that you know. It will tear across the inner sea and squash all before its boot. It will dominate all by force of arms, cunning, and trade. And it will lord me, will place me but one step down from father. I will be at his right hand, but it will be to me that they give praise. That moment comes faster than you imagine.
Then they will be barbarians. Nothing of worth will come from such as these.
Again, so certain, so scared.
I sneer now, spitting my next words. I have matched you again and again. Every time you have been brought low. Why should Athena fear the likes of you?
If my words are so baseless, then why are you so angry?
Because I have always hated liars. And I cannot help but wish to flinch back from his reaction. I do not, of course. Even if his court was not looking on, I would not. I stand my ground, but Zeus bless me, I think I have just misstepped. His hackles rise as he paces toward me, donning his helmet. When did the sword appear in his hand? Have I caused that which I sought to avert? Are we to join in battle? I shift my footing, putting my right side behind my left, reducing my silhouette. My shield, the Aegis, is betwixt he and I, and my right hand is no longer empty. He does not stop, but no attack comes as he walks past me. I shift to keep him in vision, darting eyes around to note his attendants. They leer as they watch on, but none of them move. Aries walks to a patch of unbloodied ground and opens a vein in his wrist with the point of his sword. His ichor runs onto the sands. Darkness swirls where it lands. He swings his sword and the tendrils of darkness rise and form a tear in reality. A doorway. He sheaths his blade and offers me his hand. There is no bile in his tone when he speaks. He is almost imploring.
No more banalities, no more words. Come, I will show thee. And together we shall see who is in the right of the matter.
I came here to bond with my brother. I cannot deny him, cannot betray him now. I sheath my sword and walk to him. I place my hand in his. He is so gentle. He does not grip or tug, but walks me alongside him, like an honoured guest. And we step through the tear into a place of his devising. We walk through, and I am immediately aware that everything has changed. I can feel it before ever I see it. We stand on a mountain, looking down on the valleys of Greece. 'Tis night. Yet, there are no tracks, no pathways, no wagons trail between cities, because they do not exist. It is not my vision, for I have the sight of a hawk. The mortals, there is no sign of them. Above, I see dark shades moving across the skies. Their unnatural, monstrous screeches echo throughout the land. Things that cannot, should not, exist. I hear the howls of wolves and bark of ravenous hounds. They are not mournful, but triumphant. I look at Aries. Where is this place? What is this terrible place?
This is a world without me.
The world was never thus, even before you were born.
This is so. But let us suppose that Zeus did not pass on his gifts to me, that he never had them to pass on. Thus, It is a world without the quintessence of Aries.
And what, pray tell, is that?
It is a world without courage.
But
No, do not flap. You bring tactics and ability, subtlety about your strife, but you are not and never have been bravery. Even though you have it in abundance, none can deny that. You do not grant it to others, sister.
I look out. There are no hearths, not even campfires where the mortals huddle. All of this is...
Yes. All of this is because of lack of me. Now, look closer.
He points to a hillside, a set of caves. There, I espy some mortals. But they are dishevelled, unkempt, dirty, tawdry things that lurch. They look to the skies like rabbits, run at every shadow that passes over them, bustle from every movement around them. But what pantomime is this? We gave them a fire!
Yet without courage, they did not run to it, but from it.
I watch on as a pack of wolves snatches one of the humans. They run as the wolves feast. They are then set upon by a pack of dogs. But the hound was ever meant to be the friends of the mortals. What evil is this?
Without courage, they found nothing to fear, no strength of spirit to respect. Hence, nothing to bow to. They hunt humans for sustenance now, sometimes for animalistic sport.
What are these things above, the horrors that fill the skies?
Those... They are bat and beast twisted together. They are fang and claw unfettered, because they are unopposed. They are the spawn of the monsters that covered Gaia, for no hero stood against the few. No band of brothers slew them. So now they are many.
I witness mountain lions now dominate the plains. I see things fall on mortals from the skies, tearing them apart and eating their fill. None stand against them. The mortals do not even wail as they scurry back to their caves to hide. But what of the gods and goddesses? Surely they would stand. Surely they would deal with this set of affairs.
Alas, nay, my sister. Ask yourself. Do you bless the coward who drops his shield and spear before battle is even joined? Do you give succour to those who you despise?
I look around. I then turn to him and slowly shake my head. He is right. No.
Nor do any others. We could go to Olympus, but all you would see is a place of hedonism. For the humans are unworthy of protection. Thus, they are unworthy of our notice. Gaia may groan, her giants may roam, but none deign to visit her surface any more. The gods ignore the world, as there is nothing in it of value. And thus, the gods have no reason to toil at their roles, no reason to strive, administrate, or manipulate. No one worthy of mentoring to great heights. None worth viewing and giving their bountiful support.
He stops, becomes introspective, then speaks again.
I had purposed to bring you here and set thy army against mine. I conceived to show you that your petty tactics and formations meant naught, should your men not hold the courage in their hearts. I could have shown you how my men would be punctured by distant darts and clever ruses, culled from afar by trap and trick. But inevitably, inexorably, when my Spartans hit your lines. Without courage, without bravery, yours would shatter before the first blow was struck. My Spartans would chase them, and, as we both know full well, more are slain in the rout than ever were in the brawl.
He looks out again and nods, satisfied with his lesson.
I think I have made my point. Do you deny it, sister? Do you need this spectacle to be played out in all its grisly glory?
I look to the skies, the plains, the caves. Then I look to my sandals. No, you make your point most clearly. Before we move to the doorway, he turns to me once again. His helm is off once more. His eyes ablaze with kindness.
When we return, I would not see you this way. I would not have them see you this way.
He refers to his court.
When we step from this portal, you will strike me hard with thy fist, and I shall banish thee. You will go, but you will do so with your head held high.
He turns to walk to the portal. Why? I came here to reason with you. That is what I told myself. But the truth is, I came to bring you low, to chide you like an unruly child. Yet now it is I who am undone. For once, you are the victor. Why, brother? Why would you care what they see in me?
We have ever been at odds. Thus, by diminishing you, my luster is also diminished. And because, dear sister, I do love thee. You are the daughter of Zeus. You will act it.
And by doing so, I maintain your legend.
True. But you also prevent rebellion from my raucous kin. For the moment, it is right that they still fear you.
And so your glory is enhanced when you take my place at the king's side.
True again. But to each thing its time. This is your time. Revel in it, as I shall revel when it is mine.
You have depths I never imagined.
Tell no one.
They would not believe me if I tried.
So much the better.
But it does not change what may be between us. Prophecy can be misplaced. The future is not writ in stone.
Oh, you could attempt to warn them all, connive to thwart my destiny. But, as you say, who would believe you?
One last thing, brother. Why? Why does Zeus permit this?
Give me my head. I shall tell you that when I have received your fulsome strike. I too must retain my place as lord of my court. Without me to restrain them, direct them. You have no idea what pandemonium could be unleashed.
We step through the portal and our feet land on the real Gaia. We are returned. I do not hesitate. I ball my fist and crash it into the side of his helm. Aries staggers, the thunderous report forcing his children and attendants to their knees. He rights himself and spits at the ground before me. I play my part, but I need to hear his retort. I ask the question. So, brother, for all your trickery, You still have not answered my most fervent question. Why? Why do you do these things? Cause such strife, carnage, and misery? How long do you think it will be before I am set on you, like a hound? And he plays his part all too well. He throws his head back and laughs.
The truth. The rest of you prance, preen, and pander at court, under the very eye of Zeus. He keeps you all close, as he cannot trust a one of you, as has been shown so recently. I care not. He does not fetter or watch me, for he does not need to. I exist down here, doing my job. And as much as you may despise it, I make the world go round. I am the fire that burns against the tyrant. I am the light that leads the way. I am the father who stands against the raider, as much as the hand that moves their antagonist. I am the darkness in both of their hearts. I am the will to live. I am courage. I am the product of my line. The world needs me, for I alone remember one thing. I am a son of Zeus, son of Kronos, son of Uranus, son of Gaia, son of chaos. I alone remember this. I and mine act on its behalf. We upturn the order, so you and yours might right it again. But Zeus does not just permit it. I am his most ardent subject. I do that which is required. Zeus will never permanently reprimand nor chain me, because I understand his role better than any. I am the king that will eventually be, because I do his will.
With that, Aries strides to his throne. He sits atop it and takes out his blade and rhythmically runs the whetstone across its edge. Without looking up from his action, he snarls one word.
Leave.
His entourage do not crow, but their leer gets deeper. Yet, as I turn towards my chariot, they withdraw from my advent a little too swiftly. I am Athena. They still hold fear in their hearts. Without word, I take the footplate and my horses run. They rise us into the skies once more. When I know they cannot hear me, know they cannot see me, I let out a long, cool breath. Nobody understands. My hands shake on the reins. Nobody suspects. I cannot stop my hands from shaking on the reins of the chariot. The fury I feel is immense. Aries, though he speaks no lie, is arrogance beyond belief. I know now how he views himself. Aries is Zeus's son via consort and wife, Hera. He does the king's will. But more than this, so much more. Has Zeus fooled all of Olympus? Or is his son blind to reality? Dionysus, with the heart of Zagreus, is widely touted to be the next in line for the throne. But how could Dionysus stand against a challenge from Poseidon, let alone mighty Hades? Who would willingly place a drunk reveler in charge of mighty Olympus, the stars, the whole of the universe? Not I, not Zeus. Aries is loyal, prolific, fecund, adored by his own. Of all his children, Aries is most alike unto Zeus. and I cannot hide from the fact that the king has always known this well-hidden truth. Gaia, help us. Aries believes he is Zeus's heir. I can only hope he is totally, utterly, and tragically wrong.
Living Mythology videos are brought to you by Baldermort and Lightbringer. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider liking and subscribing, or even sharing it as an offering to the great gods of the algorithm. If you wish to support the channel, then we have a Patreon link in the pinned comment, or do consider giving a one-off super thanks if we have indeed earned your bounty. Until next time, fare thee well and dream amazing dreams.